the longest time, my body goal was really just to double the size of my glutes because I was not blessed or fortunate to have big glutes, okay? My glutes was very much just like non-existent. So I really went hard on making sure that I was eating in a surplus, making sure I was getting my protein in, making sure that I was lifting heavy. And then I got to a point where I was able to double the size of my glutes, but with that came body fat. It came weight around the midsection because you can't control where the weight goes when you're trying to put on weight, which is what you should be doing when you want to double the size of your glutes. So for the last 2 years, I really honed in on trying to lose that body fat while still maintaining my glute gains and even shaping my glutes to be more perkier, more poking out from the side. And I've been able to do that. And now I really just love the results that I have. And I want to share with you guys exactly how I did that, because I know there's a few of you guys out here who really want to achieve the same thing. Like maybe you were able to put on some weight, get the gains that you want, but now you're like, I just want to lean out a little bit, but I don't want to lose the gains that I have. And so that's what I want to share with you guys in this video. I'm going to talk about what I did from the nutritional aspect as well as the workouts. And so that way you guys can learn maybe a thing or two and be able to apply this information to your life. So when it comes to any fitness goal, okay, nutrition is literally 80% of it all. Like if your nutrition is not up to par with the goals that you have, then you're not going to get the results that you're looking for, period, point blank. So because I wanted to lose a little bit of body fat while still maintaining my glutes, I had to be in a slight caloric deficit. Now, if you don't know what caloric deficit is, it pretty much just means that you are burning more calories than your body is actually consuming. Now, for me, I don't have an exact number of what my calorie maintenance level is because I don't track my calories. So what I was doing, I was essentially just cutting back on certain things throughout the day because I knew that I couldn't keep eating the same way that I was eating because the way I was eating was keeping me with the same physique that I currently have. And that was not the goal. So what I cut back on were the snacks because I am a snack girl. One thing about me, I would eat 2 snacks a day, one in the afternoon and one at night before going to bed. And I was like, girl, you got to stop that because this is not what you want anymore. So I cut out the snacks to doing about maybe like half the days of the week. I would have a snack at night and it literally would be just 1 snack a day. If I did have a snack throughout the day, it would literally be a protein shake. And I'll try to make the protein shake as sweet as possible with using fruits. Okay, I didn't put any added sugar just so it can kind of like satisfy that sweet tooth that I would have sometimes. I also would make sure that one of my meals a day was just veggies and protein. So that was either a salad or literally just veggies and protein. By doing that, I noticed over time that I was able to slowly lose the body fat. Now, the thing that comes with being in a caloric deficit is that you have to understand it doesn't mean that if you're in a caloric deficit and you're eating less calories than your body burns, you're automatically going to lose body fat. It doesn't work that way, okay? I wish it did, but it doesn't. What you have to do to ensure that you're keeping the muscle mass and that you're burning the body fat as much as possible, you have to eat a high protein diet and you have to be lifting heavy at the gym because those two in hand will literally create the muscles, which is the workouts, and the protein would fuel the muscles. If you're not eating enough protein and you're not doing heavy lifting weight sessions at the gym, then if you're in a caloric deficit, you're going to lose both body fat as well as muscle mass. And you're going to have that skinny fat body type that I'm pretty sure you don't want to have. By me doing the caloric deficit this way without tracking, it did take a little bit longer, but I also know my body very well because I've been working out for like over 9 years now. So I kind of know what I have to eat and what I don't have to eat. But for someone who is new to this and has never really done a caloric deficit or even do body recomposition, I would highly recommend you to just at least track your calories for a week so you can kind of see where you're at and then do a deficit of about 250 to 300 calories below your maintenance level. If you don't want to track your calories because you find it tedious and annoying, which trust me, I get it. I'm that person. That's why I don't track my calories. You can just simply do what I do and just cut out a snack if you're someone who snacks throughout the day, or have one meal a day that's just veggies and protein. And then your other meal would be, you know, your starchy carbs, your veggies, and your protein. But one thing you don't want to cut out is your protein because that is essential when it comes to maintaining your glute gains, because you didn't work so hard at the gym to build your glutes just for you to lose it and go down the drain and then have to rebuild it. Like, girl, I didn't go through 9 years of that just to restart it back again. So I really made sure that I prioritize my protein as well as my workouts. I also didn't cut out anything from my diet. Like I literally was eating the same things that I was eating in the beginning when I was trying to put on weight and really get bigger glutes. I just cut back on the frequency of it. So instead of eating out like, I don't know, 2-3 times a week, I was eating out once a week. I wasn't having my snacks like every single day. As I said, I would have it maybe 3 times a week, and I'll make sure that it was once a day and not 2 times a day. I also tried to space out my meals. So I would make sure that my dinner was closer towards like 8 p.m. So that way I wasn't hungry later in the evening to have a snack. Because what I was noticing before was that I would be eating my dinner around 7 o'clock, and then come like 9:30, because I do have a very fast metabolism, I was getting hungry. And so I would go and get a snack in the kitchen. And usually my snack would be like ice cream, popcorn, cereal. Like, it wasn't a healthy snack, okay? I'm the type of person where if I want a snack, I want a snack. I don't want a healthy alternative, because don't get me wrong, the alternatives can be great and whatnot, but I feel like you're gonna binge one day if you continuously keep trying to find some type of healthy alternative for, you know, that sweet savory snack that you want. Like, you know, ice cream, and people are like, oh, just make like a Greek yogurt version of that. Girl, that's not ice cream. I want ice cream. I want Ben & Jerry. I want Haagen-Dazs. I don't want Greek yogurt. I want ice cream. So that's why I never cut out anything from my diet. I just modified it. And I found that eating later worked for me, as well as eating more protein throughout my meals. Because one thing about protein is that it is very satiating, which pretty much means that it takes longer to digest in your system. So you're gonna notice that when you have a full protein meal, something that's like 40-50 grams of protein, you're gonna feel fuller so much longer than if you were to have something that's super high in carbs and low in protein, like a bowl of pasta, because it breaks down so quickly, and you're gonna find yourself looking to have more food later on. And that's where the snacking and the overeating really comes into play. So by prioritizing high protein meals and even fiber, because fiber is another satiating food, you're gonna find yourself not being so hungry throughout the day as much, and also stopping the snacking in between meals. So foods that are high in protein that you can get easily at your supermarket or grocery store, you have chicken breast, you have chicken thighs, you have chicken drumsticks, you have salmon, you have tuna, you have tilapia, you have extra lean ground beef, you have ground turkey, you have eggs or egg whites. I'm not an egg or egg white girl, but that is still very high in protein. You have tofu for my vegetarians and vegans. You also have Greek yogurt, you have low fat cottage cheese. There's so many different things that you can get that are high in protein. You just have to pay attention to the labels when you're doing the grocery shopping, because if you set yourself up by having high protein ingredients that you purchase at the grocery store, it's gonna make it so much easier for you to make high protein meals at home. And then also making sure that you get a high protein breakfast. If you're not starting your day off with breakfast, first of all, you're messing up. Regardless of what your goals are, whether you wanna do body recomposition, you're trying to gain healthy weight, you're trying to lose body fat, you're trying to lose weight, you need to be eating breakfast. Because people who skip breakfast, 9 times out of 10, I see this all the time with consultations and my clients, they do not get enough protein in through the day. And they're just wondering, but like, how do I get more protein in through the day? And I'm like, girl, maybe if you just have breakfast, that will get you 20 more grams than what you typically get a day. Maybe just shooting that out there, you know? Now, how much protein you should be having every single day depends on your current body weight, right? So you want to have between 0.8 to 1 times your body weight. So for example, if you're someone who weighs 150 pounds, you want to do 0.8 times 150, which will give you 120, and then 150 times 1, which is 150. So you want to have at least 120 grams of protein a day to 150 grams. Now, 150 is like on the higher end. You don't need to have that. You are perfectly fine with having 120, 130 grams of protein a day to maintain your glutes and to even keep building on more muscle. Now, the workout and exercises I was doing are also super important, okay? Because I wanted to make sure, as I said, that not only was I losing body fat, but I also was able to build my glutes to the way that I wanted them to be, as well as being able to maintain all of that progress that I made. So what I had to do was make sure that I was training appropriately to my goals. And that's something that I noticed a lot of people kind of forget or don't do properly, is that they will just do a whole bunch of workout programs and stuff that they see online and not realize that you have to create a workout program that not only aligns with your goals, but also aligns with your body type. Because you have to look at, okay, this is where I'm at and this is where I want to be. How can I get my body shape to get like that? And a lot of times what we do is we associate like, oh, well, this girl online looks like me and this is what she did to get that goal, which looks like the goal that I want to have. So let me just copy what she did so I can get there too. But you're not realizing that you and her are two different individuals. You can do the exact same thing that she does and not get the same results. So it's super, super, super important for you to have a workout program that is created and customized to you. And this is what I do with my one-on-one online coaching. So if you do want that help and you want me to be able to do that for you and assist you with it, then you can just sign up down below with like my one-on-one online coaching link. We can get to talking on the consultation call and we can discuss everything and see if it's a good fit for you. Now, my workout split was 2 to 3 leg days and 1 upper body day a week, right? I was going to the gym 3-4 times a week. And obviously there were times during those months that I was not able to go to the gym 4 days a week because my schedule was really hectic. So that's when I would do my 2 leg days, 6 exercises, 1 to 2 upper glute exercise, those leg days, and then I would do 1 full upper body day. Because for me, my goal wasn't to build my upper body. I liked the way my upper body looked. I liked my muscles. I just wanted to really maintain them, especially like my shoulders and my arms. So I wouldn't really do exercises for those muscle groups. I would just focus more so on my back and my chest because that was my goal. I had to create a workout program that aligned with my goals and where I was currently at. When it came to my legs and my glutes, I didn't really care to have big quads and super strong hamstrings. So I wasn't doing quad isolation exercises or hamstring isolation exercises. Why am I like not clearly articulating those words? Wow. I wanted to focus more so on my glutes. So I was doing glute focused exercises. Some of these exercises would still work my quads and my hamstrings. So that's how I would be able to kind of develop my quad and my hamstring muscles. As I said, my goal wasn't to have these super big quads and super strong hamstrings. So I wouldn't do leg extensions. I wouldn't do hamstring curls. Instead, what I would do were my squats, because squats is a compound lift that works your glutes, your quads, and your hamstrings. I would do reverse lunges, which would work my quads and my glutes. I would do RDLs, which would work my glutes and my hamstrings. I would make sure I also was doing my upper glute exercises every single leg day, okay? At least 1. And those usually were either cable hip abduction, seated hip abduction, or cable clamshells. I live by those exercises. I cannot reiterate this enough. These are so good to target your upper glutes. And if you want your glutes to really like capital P, like what I wanted, then you definitely have to make sure that you're incorporating these exercises into your workout split. And because my goal was body recomposition, lose body fat and build muscle, I had to up my cardio more than what I was doing. Because if I'm being honest with you guys, my cardio was absolutely like pathetic, okay? I would do cardio maybe like once or twice a week, and it was like 15 minutes. Like it was not given what I knew I had to do in order for me to burn the body fat and build a muscle. So what I would do now is I would do 20 minutes minimum after 2 workouts on the treadmill, or I would start skipping. And then on days that I knew like, okay, I have no time after the gym to do cardio, I would just do cardio on a whole other day. I would make sure that I was getting more steps in. Because I'm someone who works from home and I'm sitting down 90% of the time, I told myself like, okay, Tashonda, you need to at least hit 5,000 steps every single day. And then once I was able to get that, I would go up to like 6,000. And there are literally times where I'm at the gym and I'm like on the treadmill, tell myself, you are not leaving this treadmill until you hit 5,000 steps, period. If I go to the grocery store, I would do a lap around the grocery store before walking out. I would park my car a little bit further away from the door. Like just doing small little things to ensure that I was getting more steps in, because getting your steps in is one of the best forms of cardio you can do, okay? It's super downplayed. Well, actually not really. I feel like a lot of us know that we have to be hitting like 8 to 10K steps a day. But if you're not at that point of hitting 8 to 10K steps, because I am far from that, you just have to do more than what you're doing right now, right? Because in order for your body to change, you need to change the habits that you're currently doing. And so that's what I did. And now for me personally, getting 6 to 7K steps a day works. Maybe one day I'll get to 10, who knows? But right now I'm not there and I'm okay with it. So by upping my cardio, getting more steps in, working out in a way that aligned with my goals for a workout program that I designed for myself, as well as eating in a slight caloric deficit where I'm eating high protein meals, I was able to lose body fat and build muscle over the last 4 months. And if you're someone who wants to really be able to track if you're actually losing body fat and building muscle, I highly recommend you to take girth measurements. Girth measurements literally just means going to the dollar store, getting the measuring tape and measuring the circumference of your arms, your waist, so you know, your belly button, your glutes, your legs. And this way, every single month, you can track your circumference measurements and you can see where you're losing and where you're gaining. And a big indication to know if you're losing body fat and building muscle at the same time is your waist. If your waist is getting smaller, but you see that your legs are getting bigger or your glutes are getting bigger, or when you're putting on your pants, it's a little bit snug when you get to your thighs, but it feels a little bit looser at the waist, that's a big indication of body recomposition. Because think about it, when you are losing body fat, you will lose the body fat around your midsection. It's very, very, very rare that when your building muscle, that you build muscle around your midsection. Even if you were to build your obliques, you're not going to build it so like massively to the point where, oh my God, it grew like 3-4 inches. That's not really gonna happen. So I highly recommend you guys to go off of more than just what the scale says, especially when you're doing body recomposition. The scale is just gonna throw you way off because the scale may not even move. It might move like, I don't know, a pound or two. So really just take multiple forms of measurements and give yourself grace and time. For someone who is a beginner or trying to figure things out and going through the trial and error process, because maybe a trainer is not within your budget, which is perfectly fine because trainers are not cheap. I know this. I'm a trainer. I just recommend you to give yourself a solid 6 months. Give yourself time, even maybe a year, okay? Give yourself a solid year and don't stop or give up because you feel discouraged or you feel like you're not seeing fast enough progress. If you track your progress the way I said to track it every single month, you're going to see something change over the couple of months that you're doing this, okay? Something is going to change, and just use that as a form of encouragement to keep going. So I hope you guys found this video informative. I know I kind of was a little bit all over the place. Like I really wanted to hone in on how I was able to lose body fat and build muscle and maintain my muscle. But I feel like I spoke a little bit about like body recomposition and then building your glutes, but not really like doubling the size of your glutes, but how to like do exercises that target your glutes. I don't know. It could have been a little confusing. Sometimes I just turn the camera on and I'm talking and blabbing and I'm just like, girl, that's not what we had written on the script of things to say. So hopefully it made sense. If you guys have any questions or something that I said was not clear enough, let me know down below in the comments and I will more than be happy to answer it for you guys and clarify that, because I just want to make this journey as clear as possible for every single person I come across. But I'm talking long enough. If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you guys are subscribed if you like content like this, because I share a little bit of information about, you know, workouts and glutes and body, I almost said bodybuilding, building muscle and all of that gym, health, fitness stuff. But I also show you guys my life because I just want to connect with you guys on a deeper level than just a gym girl, because I'm not just a gym girl. The gym is literally just like a part of my life. I'm a whole other human being outside of the gym, contrary to what I post. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.